Morning. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday again. Come join me. Let's see what kind of conversations we can have today. What's going on in your world? There goes the bat signal. I'll sit here and wait for my friends. Keep my face frozen. I would like a good thumbnail today. I see one. Good morning. Good morning. How was your Sunday? How's your weekend? I see two. Keep on gathering. Hi, John. I see you. I see three. I see four. Hi, Eric. I think I see Eric. Can't tell if that's Deirdre. Oh, it's Angel. Good morning, Angel. How are you guys? So glad to see my friends. Thank you for joining me this morning. Do you feel like that? Here's where I am, I think. I need to really talk this out. It is really, really difficult. It's getting more and more difficult to hold myself within. Make sense? It's like we have grown these beautiful wings. I already posted something about it. It's like we're growing these beautiful wings. They're starting to spread out behind us, and yet we're still going out into the world. And if we let those wings really shine, really show, it might not turn out so great. There's still so many naysayers. There's so many people that just can't get to where we're going, or not yet. They're still way behind. So glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing John. So I'm feeling it this morning. I'm having to really shake it off because my wings are so tired of being hidden. I'm tired of having to be somebody else. We're talking lifetimes. We're talking lifetimes of being on a planet where we weren't able to spread those wings and really shine. So I don't know about you guys, but I feel this impatience, this angst this morning of having to go out into the world, being able to feel so much, being able to see so much. Like the more we are expanding right now, there's so much expansion. We're going through such a huge change. And the more we go through this change, it's been difficult for the last couple of years as we figured out more and more who we really are, came more into our true selves, to be out in the world amongst those who can't really or refuse to see that they're more than they think that they are. To be in that world and to be expanding the way that we are is like this constant push and pull, ebb and flow, tug of war. And I'm really feeling it this morning because I've spent a couple of days out there with all of the crowds. There's so many people around, and there's so much in the news, conspiracy theories, and so many people trying to push crazy ideas down people's throats, and the things that are coming out. It frustrates me. It frustrates me to see people being lied to, being manipulated. And I think it's more frustrating because the more that we expand and the more that we see the truth, the more difficult it is to see other people being manipulated. Does that make sense? It's like we realize the connection that each one of us has to one another. We go down through, I noticed yesterday when I was going down through traffic, I realized, I need to be looking at the people in the cars beside me. And I need to be saying, there I am, there I am, there I am, more often. Because it is when I start to feel that big separation, that I'm different from everyone else, that sense of I'm on a foreign planet, that I get very frustrated. And the truth is that we're all connected, that we all, no matter how different we seem, we're all so connected. And so it's remembering that connection, and it's remembering to send out love. It's remembering that no matter how different someone may seem, how different their belief systems, how different their stance in life, how different their attitudes, and how different their energy, because energy is everything, that they're still connected, that we still eventually end up in the same place, right? So I'm working on that today. I'm working on that. And I'm working on my own hurt. I have hurt inside of me because I feel like I can't really be me around most people that I have in my life. Here I come out. You guys really see the truth of me. Isn't it funny that I can come to people that I've never fully even been in the same space with physically? So many of you, I've never really even met you. And yet I come here and I let myself be completely me as much as I can at this point. I open up and I'm like, no, I'm going to just be me. I'm going to let you see the truth of who I am. We're going to call in the angels together. We're going to let our wings just pop right out. We're going to just start stretching those wings. Let them come out. Let them come out. Here in this space, in a public place like Facebook, we all come together. One by one, I see you guys pop up. And you let me be me. And those people that are in my life that I love more than anything, that I was born to, that I have close connections with, they don't come here. They don't watch. It's like they want the me that they choose to see. And they don't let me be the me that I am. Oh, I need to put that on a t-shirt. I might even need that as a new slogan, a tattoo, I don't know. Those people that we have in our lives that are so used to having us be a certain persona are very happy with us staying as they remember us, as they feel comfortable with us. Even if they're not fully comfortable, they're still comfortable with that limited perspective or that limited viewpoint of who we are. And yet we can't be that. We can't. It's like trying to fit into a costume. You know, I've said that before. That movie, Men in Black, where the alien comes down and he climbs out of the. It's like a big crash landing, and he looks like a giant bug. And hopefully, we don't really look like giant bugs. But he climbs out of this crater that his spaceship makes, and he takes on the skin suit of a human being, and he has to squeeze himself in there. And every now and then it doesn't quite, the skin suit kind of, does weird things because he's really too big. He's very large. And he can't fit that well in that skin suit. And at the end, he finally comes out of the skin suit and everyone's able to see, well, I often relate really well to that alien, even though he wasn't a very nice alien. I relate in the way of feeling as if I've got to pull myself in and be what everyone thinks that I should be. I've got to be the mother. I've got to be the person, the human that everybody expects me to be. And yet the bigger part of me is more than this. So much more. The true part of me, that's the thing, is the truth that I am. Yesterday I walked into a rock store. I asked specifically for this because we were out amongst people a lot, shopping at different places and running errands. And I knew that I was going to be really, really fried. I was going to start to feel my humanity greatly. And so I asked to go to this rock shop, and this rock shop, it makes me cry even thinking about it. It is the most amazing energy in that place. The man that's in there is very old, and he's wrinkly, and he knows everything there is to know about the science of crystals, and he'll stand there and talk. He talks until he's blue in the face. You can't get a word in edgewise. And yet he's this higher soul that I can feel his energy from a mile away. And I'm standing in there and I'm just bathing. Everywhere I go, there's crystals and there's amethyst caves and there's geodes and there's, oh my gosh, these fossilized and it's so amazing. And when I walk in there, the energy of the place, I could just stand there. I told him yesterday, I said, my gosh, I do energy work. I do energy healing for people. And I said, you could just open up an energy center here for those of us who need to reboot our systems, for people who don't even know what this is. There's so many people that don't understand why they feel good when they go into places like this. They just feel good. And if he put a room in there for people to just a comfortable spot to just sit, he could charge admission. He could charge me admission just to go in there. I'm like, my gosh, this must be what heaven feels like. This is what my home planet must feel like. Because my soul goes, yes, okay. I can come out of the spacesuit for a little while. I can breathe here. It feels so good just to be there amongst all of that ancient energy. Incredible. And then, okay, this is the second part. And then when I walk out and I'm still bathing in that beautiful energy, I can't tell the people that I can't find a way to, it makes me sad to be around people that don't experience life that way. It's frustrating. You guys know it. You guys that are energy sensitive, you know it's frustrating to try to be normal, so-called normal on a planet that wants everybody to be the same. You know, we're afraid of people being different. You know, it's a different skin colors, different religions, different political beliefs, different this, different that, all this difference between us, and we're all afraid of each other because we're seeing is the differences. And the truth is that at the core of who we are, we're all from the same source. So we're all actually really the same. But we all have all these different experiences and these different things about us. And our appearances are different, and so all we can see is that cloak. We see that cloak of other people. We look around and we're like so afraid. Oh my gosh, they're different than me. So for me to go into a store like this and to just let down, I did find, instead of hiding myself with this man who runs the store, instead of hiding myself from him, with him, I was able to actually say things about who I really am and what I really do. And he, even though he talked so fast over the top of most of it, he still kind of got it. He looked at my bracelets and he was like, "Oh, so you're already doing this stuff." And I'm like, yeah, more than you know. And we could sense each other's energy, and there was this like perfect exchange of some kind of crazy alien energy. I can't even tell you what it is. You know, when you're around someone else that's that energy sensitive, you just like, there's this point where you can just take off the skin suit, where you can just be. When I walk into that store, he's like, as I was leaving, he's like, "Come back anytime. You don't got to buy anything. Just come in here anytime you want to." And I'm like, good gosh, I may be here every day. I may, because for just a little while, it feels like home. And I feel like such an alien sometimes. I feel very, very different in this world that I exist in. Too sensitive, oversensitive. People have always told me, stop being so sensitive, stop being so weird. So to be around people, you guys included, to be able to just be me, and not only to just be ourselves, but to allow ourselves to actually unfold. That's the part that I'm talking about. That we've been covering ourselves up for lifetime after lifetime, trying to hide who we really are, trying to walk amongst other people on the planet and just be normal. And I believe that in this new energy, what we're in and what we're coming into, it's so powerful, and we're growing in leaps and bounds, and we're unfolding before people. And for us to try to continue to cover that up is physically not good for us. That's the important message this morning. It's not good. You can't keep hiding. I can't keep hiding. It's not good for me physically. It causes my energy to drop. It causes me to feel, I start to fall back into that 3D stuff. It's like to be around that too much and to try to cover and try not to be. I don't want to overwhelm. I don't want people to look at me and think, "Wow, man, what is this that I've got in my life?" So I cover myself up and I hide myself. And I don't think it's good for us. I don't think it's allowing us to have the expansion that we need to have. I think it's like we're limiting. We're really, really limiting. Whereas the universe, God, my angels, my guides, the one thing that they have been repeating to me over and over again is stop thinking, stop being so small. Stop trying to be so small. Why would you try so hard to fit in when you're meant to stand out, when you're meant to let your light shine, when you're meant to let those wings show? Do you remember the movie Michael, with John Travolta, where he had to wear that long coat so he could hide his wings, and he didn't do it very well. Those wings were still there. You could see the wings, but they were covered, and every now and then a feather would fall behind him. He was trying so hard. That movie was really, really good when you think about it in theory and the way that they wrote it. I love movies like that make you think. Here he is. Here he is. This beautiful angel, Archangel Michael, walking the planet. And got these beautiful wings, can do miracles. His energy alone draws people to him. And yet, he had to cover those wings so that people wouldn't be uncomfortable, so that people wouldn't lock him up someplace. And the more he tried to cover up those wings, the more he was dying. The weaker he got, the more those feathers were falling. I think that's important for us today. I think that's really important. That's all I've come here for, because I want you guys to feel that. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Carol Ann. Good morning, John. Brian, good morning. Good morning, Hope. Good morning, Julie Kiss. Good morning, Darren. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Good morning, Melanie. Good morning, Angel. I think I got you all. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. So, who's in? Who wants to join me in this great unfolding? The great unfolding of just being who you are without having to cover it up anymore. Taking off that big heavy cloak, that big coat that's hiding your angel wings. How can we really fully do what we came here to do if we're still hiding? How can we really do what we came here to do if we're still trying to please everyone else and we're still trying to be something that people think that we should be? You know? Don't you think it would be more fun to just go ahead and let those wings fly? Just bring them out? You know, like be in the middle of a crowd. We'll start like what do they call those things where everybody starts singing and dancing? But we'll do one of those whatever it is. But like we all gather someplace, or at the same time, since we're all in different parts of the world. And in that moment, we all just go, here I am. Just let the wings out. Just stop trying to hide who you are. Star seeds and angelic beings and beautiful magical creatures walking the planet. Whatever you want to call yourselves. Some of you call yourselves witches. Some of you call yourselves angels, star seeds, light workers. The title doesn't matter. That's what our guides and our angels and God and all of these, they've been telling us that for a long time. The title doesn't matter. They don't really have words for names on the other side. Isn't that funny that we're so like Jesus, God, this is God, my God, this is Jesus, this is Buddha, this is whatever, this is the angel, Archangel Michael, this is Archangel, and they're like, you know what, you call me whatever you want to call me, just call me. It's our energy that calls that. So what if we let that energy shine through us? What if we just whatever, we just be? And it's not through words that we be. It's through the energy that we are. It's through allowing our energy to shine so that other people they go, we're walking through the world, we're not even talking. We don't have to be the big preacher standing in a pulpit, forcing our words down people's throats. We only have to stand true to ourselves and let our wings shine, let our energy flow. Let it flow out. Let that love flow to those around us so that they feel it and they're like, oh, okay, I know you. I know that energy. I remember now. I remember. Because that's the truth of it, is we don't need to use words to help people to remember who they are. We only have to be here willing to let our light shine. We only have to be here letting loose of that energy. It's not in like standing in the middle of a big bunch of people and preaching out the word and saying, I gotta whatever. It's just being willing to take off that cloak, that armor, lay it down, and just be who we are without trying to hide it. I'm not going to lower myself to the conspiracy theories. I'm not going to lower myself to all of the drama that goes on in the world. I'm not going to lower myself if there's a good friend of mine or somebody that I've always respected and they lower themselves down into gossip or into whatever they're lowering themselves to. If I feel their energy drop, and it may be me, if I do it, please step away from me. I have to remember to hold that energy high, to be what I came here to be. No more lowering myself to try to fit in. That's what I'm talking about. We cover ourselves up and we fall into the energy of trying to be, we're coming into a big gathering time. It's Thanksgiving this week. It's Thanksgiving. You're going to be amongst family. And that family's going to be sitting around arguing politics this year. You know they will. They're going to be falling into what I used to call the dysfunctional family holidays. You know, my family can be quite dysfunctional. And so there's these disagreements, and there's, we can lower ourselves into places that we feel really uncomfortable. It's like lowering yourself down into the mud pit, and you're like, okay, let me join you there. Let's go play in that icky stuff for a while. Isn't it becoming more difficult to go play in the icky? I think it's going to come to the place where it's impossible for us to do that. We can sit with people, we can love them without lowering ourselves. And it's a necessity to work on that. Because if we keep lowering ourselves, if we keep falling into, you don't have to join the conversations. You can be there with people and just sit with a smile on your face. They're looking at you like, what is wrong with her? And yet you don't have to lower yourself into that mud pit that they're going into. You can just smile, know that they're in a different place. Someday maybe they'll catch up. Maybe they'll have to die in order to catch up, whatever it takes. But someday their souls are going to remember the truth of who they are too. And they're going to join you in that place. And when we're all together in that place, what a reunion. Even here, every time I come here, what a reunion. Gosh, I love to be in the presence of all of you. I love that I can still come here. I get really down. I decided to take 2 days off a week. Friday and Saturdays, I don't come to the playground. And it's not good. It's not going over well for me. I need this time with you. I need this fellowship. We need each other. And it's okay to say that. We need to gather. We need to come back out of the world's energy sometimes and just gather together and say, oh my gosh, it feels good to be in your presence. Thank goodness some of you carry your truth around on the outside. And it's not just buried on the inside. Thank goodness. You let your wings so shine. I appreciate you for doing that. I appreciate you for reaching out and saying, okay, you all right? I appreciate my friendships with you so much, and that connection that we all have with each other. Brian, flash mob, thank you for that word, flash mob. Flash mob of angelic beings popping out, and all of a sudden all their angels, can you imagine? And they just start dancing. And they let themselves just be. We do need to gather, Erica. We need it so much. I love you too, Julie. I love this time with you too, John. Anytime that I get to gather with those of you who hold a higher vibration. Because this world is a difficult place, and the more that we expand, which is what we're going through right now, we are expanding so big that's trying to do this. This has never been done before in physical form, not on this planet. Not on this planet. It's been done. We've done it on other planets. We haven't done it yet here. So we're in this place of, wow, it's such a heavy energy. This is a very heavy, dense planet. And to be still in physical form and to continue to evolve, to have this DNA expansion, to have ourselves, we're more and more able to take on these abilities in a way that I don't know that it's ever been done here before. I know magic, we hear stories of magic existing here in the past, but truly, this light that's coming in right now, this is amazing. It's amazing. What a time to be alive. And so we're sitting in this. We're like, wow, this is an amazing time to be alive. I go to that rock shop. I'm like, whoa, every cell in my body is like going crazy. Wow, 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 wow. I'm so perfectly grounded. I'm so open. I'm so, wow, alive right now. And I walk back out and I start driving through traffic and everybody's going through their things. The people in the car are talking about stuff that doesn't really, and I'm like, what happened? What happened? For a little while I was there. For a little while I was holding this beautiful, I was in this place that felt so amazing. And if only I could share that with those that I love. If only they could feel what I feel. Doesn't it frustrate you sometimes? They wouldn't go back. They wouldn't go back. We can't. Once we fully feel, once we really start to feel this beautiful energy and we expand and we're growing and our DNA is evolving and we're like, whoa, there's no going back. We might sink into it every now and then a little bit, but man, there's no going back into it. There's no staying there anymore. You can't do it. You can't fit back into that old skin suit anymore. It won't let you. You're too big. You're too big. So that's my encouragement too, is that I sometimes go, oh gosh, please don't make me go back. Please don't make me go back to what I used to be. I can't be that person anymore. It's not me. I'm so much more than I ever used to be, and I'm so grateful and so thankful that I'm remembering the truth of who I am, that I'm expanding, that I'm growing. There will come a day when every human on the planet will remember the truth of who they are, that you won't have to walk through Walmart shrouding yourself and trying to be small. Maybe there won't even be a need of Walmarts anymore. Maybe when that happens, I really believe that when we need something, we'll just think about it and it will happen. That instant manifestation. So there will be no more needs for Walmarts and shopping centers. It'll be the fastest Amazon you've ever expected. You'll be like going into it won't be called Amazon. What are we going to call it? Let's see. Help me with that. We'll come up with a really cool name. But it will be that shopping where we just go and look for what we want and we think it and it appears. What do you desire? Just imagine it and it comes about. And that can't happen until everyone on the planet is up into the higher vibrations, so that we're not walking around imagining some horrific thing and suddenly it just happens. We don't want that. People aren't ready for that yet. But there will come a day. I really have to believe there will come a day when we're all in that higher vibration, where we can finally come to the place where there is no work. Nobody has to work at McDonald's if everyone that is on the planet just imagines that they want chicken nuggets and french fries and it appears before them. I hope that your wishes are greater than that, but truly, that's just an example. We only work on this planet because we believe that we have to. We are only in this lower vibration because we have created it ourselves for the expansion, for the learning. And as we wake up to the fact that we've already learned all those tough lessons, we realize we don't need all that stuff anymore. So then it all goes away. How many of you? I've gone to there before. I'm like, okay, well, if everyone comes into this higher frequency and realizes that they don't have to work, then how are things going to get done? Well, they're going to get done because it'll just happen, because we have the ability, as our DNA advances, we have the ability for things to happen without us having to make it happen. So, of course, you can have those things that you really want and desire without having to make somebody else work to make it happen. Does that make sense? I look forward to that day. My brain goes to all kinds of places, but I think about this often. I'm like, well, what about all these people that are still out there working, still in the 3D? What happens when they all wake up? What's going to happen to the world then? We're going to have the perfect place to live. We go back into the Garden of Eden. Nothing needs done. Everything that we require is there in abundance. There's no more need to work. We just think it and it's there. We just feel it. We feel it. Feel it. Think is the wrong word. We feel it. We put that energy of emotion, of feeling, into what we're trying to manifest, and it manifests before us, because our ability to feel, to create from our intentions is then in perfection. That's where I am today. Where are you guys? Hi, Charlie. I see someone else has popped in. Hi, Umit. Brian, I think I said hi. Hi there, Charlie. John, yes, it's amazing, and I'm the same feeling, so blessed when I go into a rock shop. I get excited like a child. I'm just like walking around like, you just want to scream. I see something, I'm like, I think I've seen it all, and then I walk over like, oh, this man has got the most incredible specimens, and his mother-in-law has spent so much money in their home. He says their home. They've had to create storage buildings for all of the specimens that she's got. She's got so many that she doesn't have any place to put them. They're in his home, and I'm like, if I had a living space like that, I'd never leave it. Why are you leaving it? I'd never want to leave, because it's home, because it's like, wow, wow, wow. And he was agreeing with me about this place, the reason that I was drawn to here, these ancient 200 million-year-old, 200 million-year-old mountains that I live in. When you're energy sensitive, you're drawn to the places where your soul feels at home. My soul feels at home here because of these 200 million-year-old mountains and all the crystals that lie under the ground, lie in these mountains. And truly, help me with this, I love to walk into that rock shop, and I love to see all those gorgeous specimens. But isn't it important for us to leave some of this, most of it, in the earth? It's a part of the earth. It's a part of what it makes it so magical. It's a part of what makes us feel so grounded and so alive. We need it here. It's meant to be a part of where we're walking and where we're breathing and where we're living. And it's there still. I honestly don't need to walk, oh, that rock shop is amazing. But as I'm walking through these mountains and I'm sitting on these ancient rocks, I'm feeling it too. It's the truth. I feel it when I sit here, when I walk amongst these beautiful, and I take my shoes off and I feel it under my bare feet, and I put my feet in that mountain stream right there. It's right there. I can see the edge of it from where I sit. It's this earth. It's this earth energy that's so amazing, and we are supposed to be seeking it daily. Seek it when we feel so far down, when we can't find our equilibrium, when we're out of balance, out of sync. We can't find ourselves, our true hearts, and we're feeling lower and feeling like we're falling into the mud and the muck again. Go find it. Go find it. Remember it's there under your feet. Call on it. It's right there. Even if you've got a linoleum floor, there's rock or there's whatever under your feet. Remember it's there. So let's do that today. Let's remember this earth energy. We seek it every time we do these meditations. 200 million years is true. 200 million years they've dated these mountains. 200 million years. Do you know how long, and let me give you a little piece of science. When you pick up one of those geodes and you take a rock to it and you break it open and you look and you're like, wow, look at these beautiful crystals. Do you know what they've estimated how long it takes for those crystals to form inside of that rock? 1 million years. It takes 1 million years to form a geode. 1 million. Imagine. And we've been here. We've been here since the beginning of this planet. It's true. We helped to create it. You did. You're a creator. Wake up. You helped to create it. These beautiful mountains and these trees and these birds and these animals and all of it. You helped to create it. You were part of all of this, and you still are. So what are you still creating? What are you going to create today? What kind of energy are you creating? Because through your energy and through your imagination and through this beautiful being that you are helping to create the whole world around us. You, not just a few of us, every one of us. Even those people that are down in that lower vibration that refuse to see the light. They're creating too. That's why we're struggling right now. They're creating. We're all creating. We have all created everything around us, and we continue to create every day, every second, in every moment. We are creating. True. So what are we going to create today? Maybe we can go into a meditation where we're creating together. What would you like to create? I always say I created the platypus. I know I did. I get a truth in my throat when I say that. I really believe the platypus is all mine. What did you create? Would you like to claim one? Think about it. What animal pops into your vision? What did you create? I saw some fish last night. I was watching the coolest show. It's called Ride with Norman Reedus, and he was in Hawaii. It's a really neat show. I love the freedom of, I've never ridden a motorcycle, never driven one, but I love the freedom that he has of just traveling the world and meeting people and all that camaraderie. There's something about that show that really feeds my soul. So he was in Hawaii last night on the show I was watching, and the person that they met up with spearfishing. He goes down into the water without any apparatus or anything. He goes down, he gets his fish, and he comes back up, and they're getting ready to grill these fish. And he says Hawaiian culture is really very kind to nature. And he said, we never take more. We never take more than we need. And we're grateful and thankful. It's like that Native American culture of we only take what we need. And we thank those animals and those fish and those living beings for giving to us, for sacrificing for our life. And so they had these beautiful fish in this cooler, and he opened it up, and he had a unicorn fish. That's what I was going to tell you about. There was one fish that was like white, and it had all these bright colors, but like pinks and like beautiful blues and stuff. And I was like, what is that? Wow. And they did go into the water with their snorkels to see the creations under the water. Gosh, it's gorgeous. If you ever want to believe in God, if you can't fully believe in this creative energy of God in all of us, go down, look and watch whatever, or go deep sea diving or whatever you want to do. Go down and look at what's going on under the water. There are animals and creatures down there they have to be straight out of imaginations. They have to be. There's no other way. Who else would create a unicorn fish? It has a thing coming out of his face. And we called it a unicorn. Magical beings are all around us, magical creatures, and we are continuing. They keep finding new ones. You know we're still creating. Just believe it. I saw something yesterday that said something about that. What was the phrase? I can't remember, and I loved it. I'll have to look it up again. But the truth is, and it's a phrase kind of related to the phrase that I say all the time, if you would only just not believe. Like, we're so accustomed to humanity. I look around them and they're just so they want to believe in all of this lower vibrational nonsense, these conspiracy theories and all this baloney. It's so easy for them to believe in negative stuff. So why do they find it so hard to believe that maybe unicorns are real? Maybe they walked the planet at one point. Maybe they're just hiding from us now because we would hurt them. Maybe they took on different shapes to make us more comfortable. Maybe these things really are real and we just can't see them with the naked eye because we're so accustomed to not seeing them. Maybe we've been told so many times that they don't exist from the time that we're little children that we stopped believing in magic. What if we just not believe for a while? What if we just allow ourselves to go down that rabbit hole and just believe for a while? That's where the most beautiful things come from, is in that rabbit hole, in that place of imagination where you go down into this magical world and suddenly everything is alive. The animals can talk to you, and there's unicorns and fairies and elves and dragons. What else would you like to put there? We're going to go down the rabbit hole. Let's do it. Let's go down the rabbit hole. I want to hear, you guys go ahead and tell me, as we're going down in this, try to remember the creations that you make while you're down the rabbit hole. Try to remember at least one thing that you're going to bring back with you today, that you have created. Create something beautiful while we're in meditation. Be the creator today for just 15 minutes. Let's go in and let's all be beautiful creators and see what we can create together. Because it's in that imagination, it's in that beautiful part of you that is all inner child. Your little child comes out and creates the most amazing things. Why did you put that child away? Bring that little one back out now. Let's go to the playground. Let's all be the little child. Let's see what our children want to create together today out of love. Okay? It sounds like fun. I think it sounds like fun. I'm going to do it. So, go ahead and get your feet grounded. Feel the earth. Just imagine for a few minutes that you are standing on hard-packed earth. It's ancient. There's ancient rocks all around you. 200 million-year-old rocks. They're all around a big, beautiful circle. We're all going to meet there. It's out in my backyard, by the way. Some of you have places like that, too. I know when we were in Ireland, we saw many places where there was these ancient circles, even if they were just small, where we sit and wonder, what did they do? Newgrange, what did they do in that little, what did they do in there? December 21st, on the day that we have, imagine this, they built this, ancient beings built this room inside of, it's covered with grass, it's a really beautiful place, Newgrange in Ireland. And once a year, it's pitch black inside. When you get all the way inside, there's no light. If they turn off the lights, you can't see a thing. Once a year, on winter solstice, there is one little window that's perfectly placed that allows this beautiful ray of light to come into the inner sanctum. Once a year. As long as the sun comes up that day and it's not too cloudy, they have a lottery to allow people to go into that building so that that one time a year, in just a short period of time, that light can come through that perfect little window. We have these beautiful ancient structures. We are that. We are those ancient beings that created wonders like that. Think of Easter Island. You think of so many, the pyramids. We were a part of that. We knew then that we were magical beings. We somehow knew how we were going to create these things. These giant rocks were moved, and now we sit there and we go, okay, how did that happen? And we still don't really have all the answers. Because we used that magic back then. Because we knew, we remembered who we were. We've only forgotten out of fear. We've had to cover ourselves up. So let's uncover today. Let's be in a beautiful time of meditation together where we can be completely who we are. Take off that cloak for just a minute. Stand there on that hard-packed earth. You have a big cloak that's covering up your wings. You're not allowing yourself to shine right now, so take it off. Hear it? I can hear it hitting the ground. It's like lead. Boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. All of you that are gathered, you're letting it go. I can hear it. And as you do, your wings just pop out. Your light just shines so beautifully. We are all gathered here with the protection of Archangel Michael and a million other angels were gathered together. All of your guides have joined us, your personal angels, your team, the archangels, the ascended masters, source energy, God, whoever you want to call that beautiful energy, Jesus, the healer. We're all here in this beautiful space together today. We each need some healing. We each need our vibrations lifted. I want you to feel those wings on your back and flap them around for just a few minutes as it lifts you off the ground. Let's all lift off the ground together. Doesn't it feel good to not be tied down to physical for just a few minutes? Let yourself just be lifted off the ground, free to fly. Take off if you'd like. Take off and just do some flight. Be you for just a few minutes. What do you see in those trees as you glide over the trees like an eagle? What are you seeing? What are you feeling? What does it feel like? Wind in your face. Hair just flying. Just close your eyes as you fly. There's no danger. Just let it hit your face. What does it feel like? Freedom. So the angels are coming through with that message right now. You're free to fly, guys. You're free to fly. The only thing that's holding you down to this earth is your belief system, is your doubt. Stop doubting yourself. Energy's building in the heart. I hope you can feel that. So we're asking today of our angels, the source energy, the highest energy there is on the planet, to come down over every one of your chakras, all the way down as you connect to the other side. Through this physical body, we want this energy to clear through every cell, through every chakra. allowing it to just work its magic through us as we go, as we fly through the sky together, as our little children go out and play. And as you're flying, look down at the earth. Look down. What would you see? What would you like to see there? Is there something you'd like to create? Is there something you've always dreamt of on the planet that you'd like to have there, that now, in this beautiful energy that you're in, you're going to place it there? When we were little, we had something called color forms. I don't know if any of you remember that. They were just these little sticky, you'd peel them off and put them wherever you like, and it was one of my favorite things. I just thought of that. Because in that little space, I could create whatever I wanted. My little child was trying to show me my own power in a very small way. Your child inside of you is trying to show you that you are a powerful creator, that child within you and that beautiful imagination and the strong emotion of a small child creates wonders on the planet. We're always telling them to sit down, be quiet, don't be so emotional, don't be so sensitive, don't be this, don't be that. And truly, children, they see more than we do. They remember more. They're powerful creators, and so are you, because that child is still very much alive inside of you. Don't be afraid of those emotions. You can be angry sometimes. Nobody judges that. Just allow yourself. Allow yourself to be the little bitty powerhouse that you came here to be. You see all your little children flying around. You see little magical creatures popping up here and there. Some of them are almost translucent. They're so bright and clear, angelic little cuties, little love angels, and fairies, and unicorns. Oh, I see a dragon flying through the sky. Beautiful work. I see a huge, giant waterfall, and I see Charlie riding down it. He just sits at the top and he goes riding right down that waterfall. Beautiful waterfall. It shoots rainbows out everywhere. The sun shining through it, and there's just prisms of light just shooting out everywhere. Beautiful. Create this earth with your imagination. Let's change it. Just keep on. You're having a beautiful clearing. Your physical body is healing. As you so believe, you can heal to the greatest extent that you will allow. You can have more youth. You can feel more alive than you've ever felt before if you'll allow it. You only have to allow it. You're the one that holds it back. Complete healing to the hearts, to the nervous system, to the brains, to the eyes, to the ears. To have the body, the physical body of a 30-year-old. Maybe younger. Whatever you like. That's my goal, 30 right now. Take a big breath. Breathe all of this energy, this beautiful love energy into your heart, and then let it spread out to every cell of your body. Fountain of youth. I just heard that. The fountain of youth. Ask for it. Ask for it and be ready to receive. So as you're going through, you're flying, and you see that waterfall, and at the bottom of the waterfall, the water is just glowing with light right now. Scoop on down in there. Just, you can dive deep if you want to. You either dive deep, or you can just skim across the top, whatever you're doing. You can let that water just trickle over your head and under the waterfall. Whatever you like. Just get in that water. That's your fountain of youth. Allow yourself to just play there. Have fun. Splash the water. Kick it around. Do the backstroke. Dive down deep. Look for treasures under the water. That'd be fun too. See what kind of crystals you can find. See what kind of animals you can create there. What do you want to create under that water? There's a cave down deep. If you go deep enough, you'll find that beautiful crystal cave. You can go there too. I love your energy. When all of you go out to play, it's amazing. Nothing like a Sunday morning romp in the woods, is there? Keep on playing. Energy's continuing to move through your physical. It's okay. It works even though you're not paying attention to it, I promise. Keep playing. Now I see a narwhal. Who created that narwhal in the water? Dancing penguins on the side. I just saw some penguins. And I saw some porpoises, dolphins. I see one of you just grabbed onto one of those dolphins and you're just jumping through. You're taking off. That dolphin's taking you for a ride. What if these animals are magical creatures? They're only cloaking themselves just like us. The whales and the dolphins and all the crazy animals under the water. Horses. I know horses are magical creatures. I know every one of them is Pegasus. Every one of them can fly. Every one of them has a unicorn horn. They're just hiding it. I've seen the white deer and I know they're filled with magic. And the elephants are so magical. Ah, big hearts, gentle. Giraffes, I love giraffes. What do you like? See them as magical beings. It's only our belief that clouds us from seeing the magic. What if we just not believe for a little while? See magic everywhere you look. Breathe life into your magic right now. Take a big breath. Hold it in your lungs. You are the creator. Create magic. Go out today and create this beautiful magic everywhere that you go. Don't let anyone spoil the fun for you. And the energy's going right on down. I feel the heat going down to the base of the spine and all the way down the legs and into the earth. And this beautiful earth energy, perfect earth energy, is going right back up your feet and into your legs, and it's filling every cell of your body, making a perfect place for that little child that's been out exploring to come back to. That little child's going to feel the magic within you and all around you when you come back. Take a big breath. Bring that little child back now. Bring them back into your heart. Big breath. Perfect alignment. Ego, higher self coming into play together. Perfect playmates together. Have a play date after this is done. Go have a play date. Let that ego feel the fun. Let them feel that they are accepted, that they are loved, that there's nothing to be afraid of. Breathing in that beautiful energy. Angels are coming and wrapping you up in a beautiful cocoon. Many of you will stay in healing for a while. It's not going to end here. If you need that healing, just say yes. Allow it to continue for however long it's needed. Raphael is there. He just is like, yes, yes. You say yes. Archangel Raphael is staying by your side. He said, I will continue working with you however long you need. They have all the patience in the world. There's no time. There's no limitations. They stay with you as long as you need them. Okay, one more big breath. Integrating all that beautiful energy. You've been upgraded. You've received downloads. Your energy is lighter, more free. You can let those wings shine today. Don't be afraid. Those who aren't ready, they're not going to see it anyway. You can be you. You don't need to cover yourself up anymore. You're safe and protected. One more big breath. Be you today. Be beautiful today. Be beautiful today. I love you guys so much. You're going out. Go out. Be wrapped in this love. Share this beautiful energy all around you. We are changing the planet. This is what's real. All that other stuff is just a smokescreen. It's not real. I promise. It's just a smokescreen. It's on its way out. We are changing the planet with this beautiful energy that we're bringing in. I love you guys so much. I got to get off of here. Please take good care of yourselves today. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. We're starting another week together. Take good care of yourselves. Bye for now. I see all these beautiful statements and comments, and I'm going to get back to you, I promise, Carol. There's a shop, yeah. I need to find one that does feel good, yeah. It does not feel good. I see. Yeah, sometimes those rock shops, they don't keep it clear. they got to keep those crystals clear. They got to know what they got. So it's important. It's not just, crystals aren't meant to just be something we shop for. They hold energy, and the person that is responsible for putting those crystals in that shop needs to know about that energy in order to do it properly. And not everybody does. They just think it's a business. They don't understand. So you got to find one that holds that beautiful energy, and that's created by the person that's running it, I do believe. Who met peace energy, exactly. I love you guys. I see all these beautiful comments. You're going to create, Carol created the meerkat. I love that. The meerkats are amazing. They're so funny. They're so funny. Dolphins came to me at my last meditation. That's awesome, Umet. They kissed my broken leg and went away. They were so sweet. I love that. Healing energy from the dolphins. The dolphins and whales are all angelic energy anyway, aren't they? Blessings hidden in gratefulness. Perfect, Angel. Horse angels are unicorns. That's what I think too. December 21st is your mom's birthday, Melanie. Interesting. That's very cool. So winter solstice. Robin, good morning. I don't want to leave anybody out. You guys have so many beautiful comments. Color forms. Beautiful. Beautiful, John. Flying through the rainbow, angel on the back of a unicorn. Beautiful. Giraffes are so elegant. Yes, they are. You are so welcome, John. So welcome. I got to get off of here. I love you guys. I'm so glad that you joined me today. Laura, I don't know if I said hi to you yet. My page, I have lots of pages. You can look me up on Diane Allison Beyersdorfer. I have what is the one called? Operation Joy, Beyersdorfer Institute. And there's a ton more. Understanding Empaths. I have a lot going on. You'll find me if you look under Diane Allison Beyersdorfer under my name. You can come meet me there. Owners don't feel the rocks energy exactly, though they appreciate them. Thank you. I love you, Erica. Thank you, Charlie. I think I'm about to the end. Thank you guys so much. Laura, thank you. Good morning. Thank you guys for joining me. I got to pop off. I love you so much. I'll see you in the morning tomorrow, if God willing. Bye for now.